The rivalry between the Canes and the Noles, once upon a time, barely noticed outside the state of Florida. But those battles in the 80s and the 90s put both programs on the national map, made both of them champions, and we are lucky to have another showdown between these two today. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the 16th ranked team in the land, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Canes will put toe to leather to crank us up. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Give to the back. Breaks the tackle. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. The Noles want to pick up the tempo. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
And the Noles line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker.
And it's not as easy as you think on these 3rd and shorts when you know they're running the football to get a stop. And the running back falls forward, but a great job by the defense. Getting the tackle back, not letting him get the first down, keeping him short, and now forcing the offense into the same time. They want to go for it early, make a statement, create some momentum. Big stop by this defense.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll run it. Breaks into the open. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. The Hurricanes, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. The corners are walked up tight. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. Let's take a minute and talk about Miami. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters.
And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Canes.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. He unleashes a long one. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. When you think of the significance of these two programs in the history of college football, remarkable that they've only been playing since 1951.
It's crazy because there's so many games you can pull out of your brain, Reese, and I'm sure because you were born then when this rivalry started, that so many games that were so important that had such big implications, Jesse.
Yeah, it seems like over the course of 3 decades, right? The 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, every time these two teams played, Miami and Florida State, we were talking about how it would impact the national championship picture. This really has been one of the better rivalries in the sport, even though it's really not that old.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. To the air, it's Berry. He's got him. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Rides to back and leaves it. Slithers into space. There he goes. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Seminoles come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's inside the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Miami. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. He'll pull it down and run. He makes it up to the 20-yard line before going out of bounds.
Really nowhere for the quarterback to go that time. I like the idea of letting him try to run with it, but no opportunity to get up the field, so he just kept trying to use the speed going sideways. Defense took everything away, and a good decision by him to save a hit and just get out of bounds.
Bringing the heat. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
Oh, he's got some space. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
And as an offense, that's just why you cannot get behind the sticks in these types of situations. Third in California is hard to complete and is hard to convert for anybody. And even though the running back is able to do something positive on that third down play, it's just too many yards to gain, and now they're forced to punt.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Field position to start this drive from their own 33. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes the grab, it's Carr. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop. And now you set up third down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They got zero push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. And the Canes will send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Gives it on the option. Still on his feet at the 35. Oh, there's an alley to the left. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
So as a QB, when I'm running the option play, my job is to basically block somebody. How do I block somebody? I run at that defensive end, and I make him commit to me, and then I pitch the football. That's how I do my job. I get it to the running back, and now it's his job to go make things happen out on the perimeter away from all the bodies.
To throw, it's Sperry. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6. The Seminoles come to the line in the hurry-up. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
They'll try to run it in. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. And that decision will be questioned for a while. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Got to 1st down and more. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. From their own 23, it'll be 1st and 10. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Floyd. Look out, he's got room. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Trying to get behind the defense. And a big play on the left sideline. Excellent awareness to get that foot in bounds.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the right. He makes a grab, and he will score. Touchdown, Hurricanes! These guys are really hitting their stride in Week 4 as they push out that lead.
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this 1st half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd, man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
On the move from inside his 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. They'll get this drive started from the 29. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking downfield, it's Sperry. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the 1st down.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Trying to make magic with his feet. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
And the Seminoles come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get...
Lets it fly deep downfield. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, the offense taking a shot after getting the takeaway. They're in what's called the fringe area. It's not quite the red zone, but it's a good spot to throw posts, to throw goes, to throw deep corner routes, smash routes. And that's exactly what they were thinking that time. Just a little bit off.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking to pass. It's Sperry. Lets it go. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his second interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
And it's no good. He missed it. After the missed field goal, hey, could be worse. They're still up by 21. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. They got it, able to recover the onside kick, and they get the offense right back out there. Guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown Seminoles! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This lead that they've been working with is dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the dope. From the gun, wants to pass. Using the quick game. Coming through with that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Floyd. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Throws for the tight end. He's open on the right. Turning it on. Waltzes into the end zone, but he might be dancing the other way. There's a flag on the field. The penalty wipes out the big play and the touchdown. It is just a punch in the gut for any offense. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Grab behind the line. It's Williams. And he's still running after the move. They've got him before he gets the 1st down marker, and the screen does not deliver.
You know, I got to tell you, as an offense, moving forward in this game, 3rd and long, you're going to have to push the ball downfield a little bit more. You got to throw to the sticks and give yourself a chance to convert these 3rd downs.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on 4th down. And I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on 4th down for those types of situations. And you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time. So you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Red pass, it's complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Seminoles want to crank the tempo. Back to pass, it's Sperry. Serious arm strength on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
On the run, deep down the right side. Touchdown, Florida State. You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense, seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You can tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he's seeing the field, and these empty sets are really helping him out.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. On the run, it's Floyd. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
No doubt, offense wants to keep running the football to win this game, but I'm wondering if they're starting to go to the well too often. They got to start showing some new wrinkles here in the second half.
We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top and sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Using his feet. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Really nice execution by this offense. This is the time, right? Late in the football game, got to get a few first downs to preserve this lead, to get out of here with the W. They trust their quarterback. They protect him. They get the first down.
And the Hurricanes will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. And they're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
Great job on first down. Great job on second down. This defense needs to come up big one more time. They got to get the stop. Big time moment. I got to get my offense the football back.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Creates a little room. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. They'll keep it on the ground. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They want to throw it. Setting up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
And the Hurricanes will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And here's the thing, the strategy. You want to run the ball because, yes, you want to score and you want to win, but you don't want to leave a lot of time left on the clock for their offense to get another opportunity. So that's a bit of the gamesmanship going on right now. I think you're seeing that with their offensive coordinator and his choice in play call.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Dropping back, it's Berry. Quarterback adapting. He'll pull it down. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
It's money time, and my quarterback's got to come through, and boy, does he ever. It wasn't with his arm this time, but with his legs. You don't account for his legs? Look at this. Scramble around, get outside the pocket, make something happen, and make the heads-up play to stop the clock by stepping out of bounds.
He might want another play. Looking downfield on first down. Unleashes one. Boy, is that one he wishes he could have back. A total misfire.
This defense right now is not only fighting an offense with a lot of confidence, but they're fighting against momentum too. Remember, they had a big lead earlier in this game. Now it's been reduced to just one possession, so they've got to make some big plays here on pass defense. They've got to be able to cover.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll throw again after the incompletion. Buys a little extra time. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
Listen, I love when my quarterback gets outside the pocket. I got an opportunity to make a huge play. But when it's not there, now I want him to make the simple play. Throw it away. Don't take the sack. Don't take the loss of yards plays.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. That ball is caught past the marker, but he is out of bounds, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, they're trailing in this game late, and the defense knows it, so they're playing for pass. 2 plays ago, they get the sack. This time, they force an incompletion. Not a lot the offense can do here to catch them off guard. They're just going to have to make a huge play here on 4th down.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. On the move, he fires. Converts on 4th down. Still going. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Looking downfield, it's Berry. Moving out of the pocket. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
And this D's had some good moments today. And they've had a lead, and they've let that lead shrink a little bit now in a big-time moment. Can they step up? Can they make the plays to get the ball back to their offense? They've had a pretty good day, but now it's closing time.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Well, this defense is going to need a few plays now to get some of this momentum back. Remember, they had a massive lead earlier in the game, but that's dwindled now. And you wonder if they were just sleepwalking a little bit. They've got to step up now and play with some urgency.
Buying some time. Blasted as he lets it go. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. A rivalry defined by wide rights, wide lefts, mascot arrest went right down the middle, and a well-earned victory for the Miami Hurricanes. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.